Hello and welcome. I'm Stephanie Lee, an evidential medium, and I do book reviews on all the books that have led me down my spiritual path and have awoke me into spirituality and mediumship. So the book that I have chosen for this month was Unfinished Business by James Van Praagh. He is my mentor, my mediumship teacher, and really opened my eyes about thinking about my own unfinished business with people in my life. So being this the last week of Unfinished Business, we're going to delve into what he talks about as your new life or transcendence. So from all these past weeks, learning about about what happens when the soul crosses over and they come back to give us messages, and what you've kind of learned from that about forgiveness and about karmic reasons and guilt and regret and consciousness. He says when people make the appropriate changes within themselves to heal past wrongdoings, they are in a state of transcendence. They are moving to that next level. And with that comes freedom and the ability to face any situation in life, to just take it on and say, okay, what's the lesson in this? Another block, though, to transcendence, I think I have a hard time saying that word, is staying in a relationship that doesn't work. So if you play a character to please other people, instead of being who you really are, you will never come into your own power and your own uniqueness if you're staying in a relationship that is really not allowing you to be your true, authentic self. So once you get out of that relationship, you're able to start your transcendence process. The strongest obstacle to transcendence, of leaving that relationship and moving on, is fear. So fear can freeze us in place and stop us from growing. It completely takes our power and our sense of self, and it just affects everything that we do. Fear is the reason we live so much of our life in the past. So in order to reach spiritual transcendence, we must step out of self-centered, out of ego, and be sensitive and mindful every day to everyone else that we encounter. So, living your life. There is no one that knows you better than yourself. Yes, you may have been brought up that you should seek answers from others, like, oh, I don't know what to do. I should ask my best friend. I should ask my mother. You know what you need to do. You know you better than anyone else. So you should not let other people's opinions define who you are. Over time, you will go through many trials and tribulations in order to have an appreciation of how to trust yourself. But in order to reach this awareness, you must be able to withstand critical opinions and beliefs from others. But you have to remember that those beliefs and opinions are merely someone else's point of view. And that may not work for you because you know you. I think there's a saying that goes, let's see if I can remember it. What everybody else thinks of me is none of my business, because it only matters what I think of me and how I know I'm doing. So we begin by taking conscious responsibility of our choices, our decisions in life, because what we think today will create our tomorrow. When we look to the future and not the past, we give ourselves permission to receive what is new. We start building that new story. What is the new story? I'm going to have that new job. When I'm at that new job, my desk is going to look like this, and this is the type of work that's going to come to me, and it's going to make me allow me to be really creative in this job and to support the team that we've created at the job. It's taking that new story and saying exactly what it is that is going to happen. I'm going to get that new car. and it's going to be red, and it's going to have 4 tires, I hope. And it's going to have that new car smell, and it's going to have the, the Wi-Fi and the phone and the this and the that. And you're just imagining being in that car and having that car and knowing that you are worthy and deserving of that item or choice that you're making. So, finished business. Going through life with unfinished business slows down our spiritual progress. Life offers us many situations, painful and otherwise, that either make us stronger or keep us stuck. If we want to move forward, we must express our feelings and resolve any unfinished business. So, how do we once and for all move on? Some of his suggestions are, now these are only his suggestions. You could go to counseling because they will look at your situation with an unbiased perspective. You can talk to friends if that helps. But you know that the answer is inside you. But sometimes you just need to let all that out, right? You can write a letter about the issues to that person. Don't mail it, person or subject or whatnot. This is just for you to get it out of your body. Just get it out, get it on a piece of paper, and make room for new things, more love in your body. You can journal every night about it and just get it out. Sometimes I just sit down, like if I'm in a bad mood, I'll just sit down and either I'll go meditate and take a walk, or I'll just sit and just journal it out and get it out and just write it all down. And then I'm like, okay, that's not so bad. I got this. I'm good. Okay. So in conclusion, we must remember that each day is completely different from the next, and that the obstacles of the past, whether self-imposed or formed by others, may cling to us. But inside us resides the solution to the change, and our life has meaning. And remember to finish that business with everyone and start that healing process and get your soul to the next level. So just come from a loving place, look at it from a new perspective, and know you are worthy of love and worthy of giving love. So I hope that you enjoyed this book, Unfinished Business, because I just love it. And I hope that I hope you learned something. And if you didn't, I'm sorry. I hope that you got a different perspective then, maybe. If you want to learn how to connect with your loved ones, I have a little freebie, 10 plus ways how to connect with your loved ones. It's really fun, different ways that you can learn how to connect on your own. Or if you want me to connect with your loved ones, I would love to have a reading with you. Just head on over for both of those things to my website, stephanieleemedium.com. And I will see you next month. And next month, we're going to be talking about meditation. So get excited. Okay.